All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to my webinar. I'm super pumped for everyone to be here with me today. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in. Get excited because it's showtime. Okay, so to get things started, I quickly wanted to share something with you that I just read, which completely blew my mind. It was this article in the Huffington Post about what the average person who lives until age 80 will spend their time on throughout their life. Get this. It said that we'll spend more than 13 years of our life at work, more than 11 years of our life interacting with digital screens like TV, computer, and phone, and more than 7 years of our life just trying to fall asleep. And no, guys, this is not 7 years sleeping. It's 7 years just laying awake in bed, tossing and turning, trying to get to sleep. Pretty crazy to think about all that when they put into years, right? Well, what's even crazier is that it also said that the average person spends 10 times less that amount of time on romance, socializing, and exercising combined. I don't know about you guys, but I find that pretty damn mind-blowing. But honestly, it does make a bit more sense to me now why our levels of happiness have been declining over the past few decades. I mean, think about it for a second, guys. The things that we were spending the most of our time on, like working and staring at our phone and computer screens, are the things that have been linked to causing us the most stress and anxiety in our lives. But the things that we were spending far less time on, like socializing, romancing, and exercising, usually do the opposite for us. Not only that, but stress and anxiety are the things that affect our ability to sleep well. And if we don't get enough rest, it affects our energy, our endorphin levels, leading us to be unproductive, unhappy, and just feel overall unfulfilled. So, as we go through this webinar today, guys, I want you to keep this question in the back of your mind. Because, as you just heard, there's obviously a major imbalance going on in our lives that is in desperate need of being corrected. Now, for me personally, using this hack has allowed me to 10 times my levels of happiness and success in my life. Can you imagine if you were 10 times happier and successful than you are now? How fucking awesome would that be? Wouldn't you feel as if you're finally in control of your life? Hell yeah, you would. Well, guess what, guys? I'm going to show you how to do exactly that with this one simple shift, which you could begin applying to your life right now, that will help give you more time, more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment, all simply by forming healthy habits in just 1 hour a day. Yes, only 1 hour. Now, by the end of this webinar, you're going to learn exactly how to do that, and I really do believe that our time together will have provided some great value to your life. So, I know that if you're feeling like lost, where you are in like life right now, and things to be, just seem to be spinning further and further out of your control, that this might sound like a crazy ass goal, especially if you tried changing things up and failed in the past. But the more you pay attention to everything I'm about to tell you, the more you're going to realize it can actually be really, really, really doable. Now, I know a lot of people like to start their webinars off with a bunch of back and forth bullshit and all this other unnecessary garbage, but I'm not going to do that shit. I'm going to dive right into the good stuff. That sound good to you guys? All right, let's do this. All right, so here's what we're going to cover in the next 30 minutes. We're going to talk about this one epic shift that you need to make in order to regain control of your life that will take you less than 1 hour a day. Now, once I personally made this shift, things started to click in a way like they never did before. Helped me attract more positive things and opportunities in all areas of my life. It allowed me to become 10 times happier and healthier, more confident, more productive, more successful, and it finally made me feel a sense of fulfillment and belonging. And what's crazy is that once I made this shift, I was able to do it all effortlessly. Okay, so here's my promise to you guys. If you stick with me to the end of this webinar, I'm going to hand you over this super simple, super efficient, one-page PDF that's going to teach you my 7 essentials for success to help you start regaining control of your life. Not only that, but I'm going to give you something pretty damn awesome I'm going to show you something pretty cool and ridiculous. It's a short video clip of me from my days as a party bus owner. This picture right here was one of the buses I owned during that time. We call it the zebra bus. Pretty damn awesome, right? Well, back when I had this bus, I had long hair. I dressed up in costumes and partied almost every night. I led a very different lifestyle than I do now. So honestly, you're going to be able to see something that not many people have that are currently in my life today. But it's going to show you a glimpse of just how far I've come in such a short period of time by making the changes that I have. And lastly, I got one more thing for you. It's this amazing bonus that's better than any PDF or video of me that you'll ever see. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the webinar. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about who should be here today. First off, you should be a man. Like this guy right here. He's a man if you couldn't tell. And just to make sure there's no mistaking it, I even drew him a dick. Now, I'm not also saying that this can't help women, but this applies more so towards us and what society's been telling us since we were born. As in, how we need to act or what we need to do as a man in order to be happy, be confident, be successful, and just feel like a man who's in control of his life. So guys, if you're feeling overwhelmed, feeling stressed out, like there's just not enough time in the day, or that you're running low on energy because you're overworked and your health is suffering because of it, or if you're just feeling unfulfilled or depressed about what you're doing in your life, then this is for you. Honestly, guys, it doesn't matter if you tried to change in the past and it didn't work out, or that you don't think you have enough time to change because of your current responsibilities with your job or your family, or if you're just on the fence about losing your current male identity if you make a change. All that matters is that you want to and you're ready to make a change in order to regain control of your life. Okay? Sound good? Now, if you're looking for some sort of quick fix, magic pill that's going to solve all your problems overnight, then this is not for you, so please don't waste your time here. Honestly, you would think by now people would finally realize those things are a bunch of bullshit, because if they weren't, everyone would be rich. Everyone would have washboard abs and work only 1 hour a week and be living their dream life on a beach drinking cocktails all day long. So if you're looking for that, just go ahead and hit the red X button on the top left of your screen and then go open a new browser and do a Google search on where to find someone to kick you in the nuts. Because that's exactly how you're going to feel if you continue wasting your time on bullshit shortcuts. Now, if you guys are looking for an actual way to regain control of your life that will help you achieve sustained levels of happiness and success, then you're exactly in the right place. I mean, can you imagine finally being able to push past the things that have been holding you back and regain control of how you feel, how you look, and what you can achieve? How fucking awesome would that be to have that power? Pretty damn awesome, I have to say, because honestly, I personally experience it every day. Okay, so I want to take a moment and introduce myself to you guys. My name is Philip, and for much of my adult life, I felt like I had no control. I felt like society was directing me down this path that it wanted to. Tell me what I needed to do, how I should think, what I should feel. But for the last 10 years, I've been working on regaining control of my life. And let me tell you, it hasn't been easy. I mean, think about it. Have there been moments in your life where you tried to regain control and take charge and break free from the shit that's been holding you back in your mind, in your body, in your business, in your relationship or marriage? Of course, we all have. But it isn't easy. And the moment you start getting any little bit of control, you usually get sucked back into old habits, like eating unhealthy or drinking too much or just being lazy and not getting enough rest because you're working too much, spending too much time away from your family again, and just maybe spending money you still don't have. Putting you right back where you started, feeling even more behind than you originally were before. And now that pretty much makes you feel like you've just been kicked in the nuts, does it not? Okay, well, after 10 years of working on this, I finally figured this out, that I don't work a 9-to-5 job anymore. I don't have a boss. I don't hate Mondays. I actually look forward to them. I don't live just for the weekends. And I don't shave or wear suits unless I want to. So that previous photo of me you just saw definitely wasn't taken on my break from work at a corporate office. I can honestly say I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm more confident, and I'm more productive and more successful than I've ever been before. And the thing is, I don't tell you this to brag. I tell you this to let you know it's possible. But I wasn't able to do any of this until I stopped settling and accepting what I was being told I needed to do and started taking the path less traveled. Now, along my path, I managed to do a lot of things right. Shortly after graduating college, I started a party bus company and successfully ran it for over 6 years. Not only growing it and expanding into new territories and breaking sales records year after year, but I took more vacation time each year than most people do over an entire lifetime. One of the last major trips I did was 110 days to be exact, traveling all over the country to major cities, national parks, and just other cool remote destinations. Honestly, it was the adventure of a lifetime. Well, several lifetimes, I should say. Sounds pretty freaking awesome, right? Like a dream life, right? Well, at the time, it was in many ways. But the thing is, I didn't remain content and continued along my path, using my time and energy to grow myself even further. So, 3 years ago, I packed up and moved to New York, and after a lot of hustling, I became a successful model and commercial actor. I've been featured in Esquire magazine, I've walked the runway in New York Fashion Week, I've been on the Today Show, and I've been featured in several TV commercials like Bounty Paper Towels and Dish Network and Black & Decker. Also, I was able to fulfill like a dream of mine that I've had for so long and became a certified personal trainer and even gained a specialization in fitness nutrition. And this has allowed me to help people transform themselves into stronger and healthier versions. Not only that, but I also created a popular sustainable living blog highlighting the things I'm passionate about and how we as a society can live better without harming our planet and the animals that coexist with us here. And then that turned into working for an environmental nonprofit called the Our Children's Earth Foundation. And it allowed me to see firsthand just how fulfilling it can be to do something for such a greater cause than just myself. Now, some people honestly can't believe I juggle all of those things and still have time for anything else, but I do. And yes, I can really juggle too. Now, over these past 10 years, I figured out some things that how to be hyper productive, which has transformed how I live my life. Imagine right now, instead of feeling as though you never have enough time, you find yourself wondering what the hell to do with all the extra time. The thing is, it wasn't always easy. I wish it was, but success, it just isn't. In order to get here, I've fallen on my face and done a ton of things wrong along the way. And to be honest, just because I had control of my time for most of those years, didn't mean I was happy, satisfied, or living up to my potential by any means. And now maybe some of you guys can relate to this next part. Throughout many of those years, I lived a very, very toxic lifestyle, numbing myself with lots and lots of alcohol. Now, what would normally just start off as a carefree, feel-good time always seemed to lead to excess, or I'd find myself constantly passing out and blacking out. I'd fall asleep in random places like bars, kitchen floors, basically wherever I was partying. And usually I wouldn't remember a good part of the night either, leaving me wondering what the hell I did, who I saw, and how I acted, which I found out was usually pretty destructive in one way or another. Basically, it was sort of like the movie The Hangover, but on repeat way past the third one. And after doing this so frequently, night after night, it eventually just became normal life to me. So I didn't really think anything of it. However, in reality, this was not only putting the health of my body in jeopardy, but my mind as well. On most of those days, I would find myself in a depressed state, just feeling alone, disconnected, unmotivated, and definitely unfulfilled, which can be a very dangerous place to be. Now, instead of trying to resolve those feelings, I just kept adding more fuel to the fire by avoiding them. searching for that next high to distract me, which often meant continue doing mindless things with my time, like just sleeping all day and partying all night, as well as surrounding myself with the people who made me feel like what I was doing was okay, mainly because they were doing the exact same things, just like my crew right here. Yes, that's me with a fake baby, strapped to my chest, wearing the Indian headdress, and those were my friends. Now, also over the years, I found myself just doing a lot of things for the wrong reasons, usually selfish ones. I didn't hold any real value for anything or anyone in my life. I was either focused on making money so I can continue to skate by the way I was, or just on what someone could do for me to benefit my situation at the time. Basically, I only cared about myself, and I gave no fucks. Now, this led me to develop this entitled mindset where I felt like I deserved to be handed something without working for it. I honestly thought that just because I might have been doing something special with my business, something special and unique, that normal problems didn't apply to me anymore. I honestly thought that one day someone's just going to show up and help me solve these problems, and that everything was just going to get better magically. Unfortunately, operating this way, over the years not only held me back from growing myself as a person, but it greatly affected other aspects of my life. I ended up damaging the relationships with the people that meant the most to me. My family, my friends, and my girlfriends at the time. And causing me to miss out on deeper connections and just memorable life experiences with them that I'll never get back now. Also, my business suffered greatly from it because I didn't invest myself fully into it. I cared about the benefits it provided me than actually functioning properly, which caused more problems to arise and just impeded the growth of it. Now, to sum it up, until I was able to change my mindset and my habits, I stayed stuck in the mud, spiraling further and further out of control. However, after working on this for the last 10 years, I've been fortunate to discover the hard way of regaining control of my life. Now, just look at this picture. Someone managed to capture me at one of my lowest points. I'm stressed the hell out. I'm walking through all that fire. I got a knife in my hand, just hanging on for my life. Actually, it's just a book cover I was on, but you guys get the point. I managed to survive through all the tough times over the past 10 years and regain control of my life, giving me more time, more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment, all simply by forming healthy habits. And I've finally been able to master this in just 1 hour a day, which then led me to create my Fittest Hour, helping men empower men to change their lives. Imagine for a moment you had the ability to condense time in your life. Imagine you getting physically fit and mentally stronger than you could have ever thought possible. Imagine waking up 3 months from now and stepping in front of that mirror and not even recognizing the man you become. You're glowing. You're fucking strong. You have muscles. You have confidence. You feel on fire. Imagine fixing the problems in your relationship and getting back to that feeling when you started dating. That moment when the fireworks seem to go off every day. Think about this for a minute. How long has it been since you finally felt free of the shackles that have been placed on your life by your work, your relationships, and societal conditions? How long has it been since you felt in control of your schedule? How long has it been since you felt in control of your physical health? Look, if any of that stuff sounds like you, then I actually have some good news for you guys. Because none of those things, believe it or not, are the real problem. The real problem is you just haven't made what I call the shift. Basically, you're just sitting next to the car, all comfortable, modeling cool, like whoever this guy is. Yeah, it's me. Not even attempting to get in the driver's seat and make the shift into first gear. Well, don't worry. I'm going to explain to you exactly what the shift is in just a second. But for right now, just understand that once you make it, you're going to have complete control over your life, giving you more time, more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment, all in less than 1 hour a day. So I've been seeing these puzzles lately all over the subway that use these pictures to describe phrases. And I thought I'd make one of my own for you guys. It's called a rebus puzzle, actually. So if for some reason you learned absolutely nothing here today, at least you will probably remember this. Okay, if you couldn't have guessed it by now, it's house rules, duh. And really quick, I want to go through some with you guys. Now, I think it should be obvious by now, this is definitely not a get fit, do nothing, and miraculously achieve your dream life overnight sort of thing. The stuff I'm going to share with you guys is going to massively simplify the way you function, but don't get me wrong, because it does take work, and it takes a lot of work if you really, really, really want to yield the benefits. So that means no fake experts and bullshit anecdotes. If you don't want to change and are not ready to commit yourself, then I can't help you. And again, this should go without saying, but I have to say that neither my results nor my clients' results are typical. The case studies we share are all extraordinary, but these guys worked hard. They overcame challenges, and they earned the results that I'm going to share with you. And just to remind you, your success or lack thereof is absolutely up to you. So really quick, let me check in with you and just sort of see where you're at. Does this sound like you? Okay, guys, here's where I'm going to show you just how simple it really is. I'm going to show you this one massive shift that is so easy to do that you will question why none of the gurus have ever shared it with you. It will immediately, I'm talking first day, start helping you feel as if you're finally regaining control of your life, giving you more time, energy, confidence, happiness, success, and fulfillment, all simply by just forming healthy habits in just 1 hour a day. How fucking awesome does that sound? Pretty damn awesome, I know. Imagine what your day is going to feel like when you actually are excited to wake up each morning. And you don't need multiple cups of coffee anymore just to get you through the day, because you're high on life from being in control of it. It literally took me over 10 years to figure this out. And now you guys are getting it in 60 minutes. And here's the best part. By following the My Fittest Hour blueprint, it's actually going to give you more time. That's right. By only investing 4% of your day, yes, that's just 1 hour, you're going to actually gain more time, more clarity, and accomplish way more. Honestly, you're seriously going to be wondering what the hell to do with yourself by 3 p.m. Think about this. What would you do with your extra time? Go back to the gym and get in shape again? Spend more time with your kids? Start that business you've been putting off for years? Just imagine the possibilities. You guys ever see that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper? You know, the one where he gets this super nootropic drug that seems to make him ultra productive in condensed time? Well, that's exactly how you're going to feel by implementing the My Fittest Hour blueprint into your life. You're going to finally be able to be in control of your life, and you'll be able to tap into this secret power. The thing is, almost every hour of our everyday lives, we're being blasted with information, telling us what we should do, what we need, how we should think, act, and feel. Does this sound familiar to you? Go to school, get a job, get married, buy a house, have kids. How about this? Need energy? Have a coffee. Need stress relief? Have an alcoholic beverage. How about this one? Men are strong. Women are emotional. Men are providers. Women are nurturers. It's like society is trying to give us this blueprint it wants us to follow. But the thing is, the blueprint just keeps changing with each new study done, diet created, or product updated. Like one day, eggs are good for you. The next day, they're not good for you. Or the keto diet is the best for weight loss. Oh, but wait, now the paleo diet is the best for weight loss. Or guess what? You need a new iPhone XS because of this 5G feature. Oh, wait, you need a new one now because you can control it with your mind. However, most of this stuff that we are hearing is just mindless noise, and it's consuming all of our time and energy, leaving us unhappy, imbalanced, and out of control, which is depressing and makes us feel as though we're lacking. Basically, To sum it up, we are consumed in the noise, running on autopilot with our thoughts, our decisions, our emotions, and our bodily function, not ever feeling as though we're really living. Does this cycle sound familiar to you? Do more, as in spending more time and energy at a job we don't like, so we can have more money to spend, so we can buy more shit we don't really need, so it can make us feel better for such a short period of time, and then, guess what? Do it all over again on repeat. The thing is, that is not what life is about. The thing is, more isn't the answer to getting more. Instead, just taking the time to focus on yourself is. And the thing is, you only need 1 hour a day to make this work. That's just 4% of your entire day dedicated to you. Think about this, guys. That's like 2 episodes on Netflix or any streaming platform. Or just 1 if you're watching like a long episode of like Game of Thrones or something. 4%, that's like half the amount of time you spend per day staring at other people's lives on social media. 4%, that's easily as much time as you probably spend commuting in a car each day. So 4% dedicated to you is definitely doable. Okay, so here's what this looks like. You're going to dedicate 1 hour of focused time on yourself every day. And what this is going to do for you, it's going to give you more control, which is going to make you more aware, which will make you happier and healthier, which will make you more confident, which ultimately makes you more successful. But the biggest shift is you will no longer feel as though you're just drifting through life anymore. You will feel more fulfillment. Remember that feeling you got when you were a kid, when you tried so hard at something, either in school or like a sport you played, and in the end, whether you got that good grade or won the game, you got all this praise by your parents, your teachers, and your friends, and you felt freaking on top of the world, like anything was possible. Well, this is me around when I was 7 years old and I played soccer. Not to toot my own horn, but I was pretty damn good at it. And I used to get that same feeling when I was scoring goals in my games. But now, I feel that same way every day of my life. Except, I'm not scoring goals anymore, and I don't need praise anymore. I control the feeling. So, let me break this one shift down for you guys into 3 simple little steps. During that 1 hour a day that you dedicate to yourself, you're going to focus on your time, your mind, and your body. So you're in total power and control. First, you'll learn how to manage your time so that you're in complete control of your day and you no longer feel as though you're just chasing other people's agendas. Next, you're going to prioritize what you put into your mind. So you're in control of the way you think. You're going to be focused on your goals without all that other bullshit cluttering you up. This is where you're going to learn how to quiet the noise and strengthen your mind. And third, you're going to begin to nurture your body so you can gain control of the way you look and the way you feel. Now, all this sounds pretty doable, right? So, if you wanted to see what it looks like when you tie all these 3 things together, I created this super awesome graphic that I worked really, really hard on that will help explain exactly what it looks like. Now, this is what I like to call the flow. It's where the limitless superpower field comes into effect. It's where the things that you used to consider a problem before aren't anymore. Those problems are still showing up though, but you're now operating at this higher level that you no longer see them as problems. You are above them and you are in the flow. Just think about how a river flows. First off, its current is constant and consistent, creating massive amounts of energy, making rapid progress all day long with its movement. Not only that, it's freaking strong. It's strong enough to flow over and around shit that's in its way. Like those rocks I drew in this photo. Yes, if you didn't realize it, those deformed figures in the water are rocks. Also, the flow, it's so damn resilient that it's able to fall down great distances like waterfalls and still keep on going. And get this, the flow has no limits with what it's capable of doing. Because if the parameters are right, for instance, a wave on the beach, it can flow uphill even if it's just for a moment. the flow is a pretty fucking awesome place to be in, right? Well, what's even more awesome is flowing water usually attracts positive things around it. See in this graphic how all those trees are thriving and the animals are happy, having a damn good time because they have delicious water to drink from and bathe in? The flow isn't just flowing to flow, it's also serving a purpose. Now, lastly, all that flowing water has to be going somewhere, right, with all that movement? Well, it eventually leads to creating a broader flow, expanding into lots of different areas like streams, lakes, rivers, and different bodies of water, thus creating an abundance, aka more flow. Now, the flow is a pretty freaking amazing place. I think we can all agree, don't you think? Well, if you couldn't understand my complex design, here are some simple equations I put together to describe it for you guys. When you take 1 hour a day and align the 3 steps, the time, the mind, and the body, you regain control and you are in the flow. And when you're in the flow, you have strength, you have balance, you have energy, you are confident, you are consistent, you are resilient, you are happy, you are serving a purpose, thus giving you fulfillment. Also, when you're in the flow, it leads you to abundance, which means the other areas of your life are going to thrive, like the relationships you're in, or your job, or your business. To sum it up, when you're in the flow, you aren't just surviving. You are thriving at life. Okay, so I think we can all agree the flow is a pretty amazing place to be in. But I'm about to show you what it looks like when you aren't in the flow. And don't worry, I created another awesome graphic for you that will help explain. So this is what I like to call the swamp. It's where the problems continue to pile up and you're slowly sinking deeper and deeper into a bottomless pit of them. You're stuck in the muck of life and you can't get out. You are in the swamp. Just think about the conditions in an actual swamp. The water's definitely not flowing. It's just standing still with no movement. And if by chance there is any movement, it's so damn weak you don't even notice it. Which means the water that's been just sitting there is pretty murky and unclear. So there's no telling what area is safe from potential problems. Especially since they're everywhere you turn in that gross ass pit. For instance, there are mud pits all around you. So you'll always find yourself walking on unstable ground. And if by chance you're getting stuck, it's pretty probable that you're going to get stuck. However, if by chance you somehow escape, you're probably going to get stuck again in another pit. And you might just not be able to get out of it this time, causing who knows what to happen next. Also, the swamp is usually the perfect place for blood-sucking insects, like mosquitoes to call home. See all them flying around in the water in my image? Yes, those little dots are insects if you couldn't tell. Now, not to mention, the swamp is also an ideal habitat for dangerous wildlife like alligators and poisonous snakes. So basically, if you want something constantly biting you or to potentially die, just hop on in the swamp. As you can see in my image, most of the animals are smart enough not to go near the swamp because they might get sucked into its wrath. But unfortunately, that one little guy was not. Yep, he's sad because he's dead. R.I.P. buddy. Okay, so to sum it up, in the swamp you will either keep encountering the same problems each day, or you will find that one problem leads to more problems, which in the end consumes your entire existence. In the swamp, you stop living and you just focus on trying to survive. Now, I also like to refer to this place as the circle of fucking yourself. And unfortunately, most people are stuck in this circle with men leading the pack. Just check out some of these statistics. First off, depression diagnosis is at an all-time high, with 1 in 5 people suffering from anxiety disorders, and with men making up over 75% of all suicide victims in the US. Now, maybe you know someone who has committed suicide, or maybe you're lucky you don't. But just think how often you've heard about someone famous killing themselves lately. You would think out of all the people that they should be the happier ones because of their successes. But the thing is, we all deal with the same problems, whether famous or not. And mental health is a major one that is often overlooked and untreated. Unfortunately, this lack of treatment has caused us to self-medicate ourselves in one way or another, and our substance abuse rate is tripled compared to women. This is not only dangerous in itself, but it leads us to a slew of other potential problems in other areas of our lives, if not death. Now, if our mental health wasn't enough to worry about, if you didn't know, 70% of all men are obese or overweight. Just think about how many people you know that could probably lose 10 or 50 pounds because of their unhealthy lifestyle choices. Or perhaps you're one of them too. Unfortunately, this is one of those problems that sums up the circle of fucking yourself, because it causes an increase in healthcare use and expenditures, thus leading to more financial debt, thus leading to more stress, thus leading to more unhealthy choices. What's even worse is that most people who break the circle don't even come out alive, because heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide, and more than half of all people that die from it are men. Okay, so I just want you to take a second and just think about all of that. Pretty fucking crazy, right? Well, all these problems with our mental and physical health have to stem from somewhere, and that's usually caused by some sort of discontentment in our lives. With 85% of all people saying they hate their jobs. Almost 50% of all marriages end in divorce. And 3 out of 4 people saying they are lonely. One could say these are major problems to be concerned about. Also, between the constant pressure that is put on us by our families to provide for them, to create a work-life balance, or just to live up to what society tells us in regards to being a man, more stress is entering our lives than ever before, leaving us stuck in the fucking swamp of life. Now, yes, you may be able to survive in the swamp if you avoid the biggest threat, but it's surviving, stuck in the mud, things biting you, slowly killing yourself, what you want to do? No, it fucking isn't. It's just the easy thing to do. No one wants to be there. We just ended up there because of society. Don't worry, though. Let me just ask you a quick question. If all this did was finally get your ass to the gym so you can start getting back in shape, would that be worth it? Fuck yeah, it would. You'll look good again. You'll feel good. You'll live longer. That's pretty fucking awesome by itself. What about if all it did was give you 1 whole extra hour a day? Would that be worth it? Think about this. What's your time worth? Is it $25 an hour? Is it $50 an hour? Is it $200 an hour? Even if it's just $25 an hour and you're able to get an extra 30 hours a month, that is worth a minimum of $750 a month. Now imagine having 2, 3, or 4 extra hours every damn day. What is that worth to you? What could you accomplish during that time? What if all this did was give you more time to spend with your kids? What's that worth? Priceless, I would imagine. Yes, that is me with one of my fake model families, dadding it up. Now, what if all this did was help you reconnect with your wife and take her on a date every week? What's that worth? It's friggin' priceless. Just ask your partner. And yes, that's me again, playing Husband of the Year in a country music video. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I want to offer you something that I personally think is the most valuable thing that anyone can give someone else. And what's crazy is that no one else in this space is even offering it. Because as you probably noticed, most of these so-called life coaches and self-help gurus out there, they just want to give you a shit ton of information and call it a day. Which, don't get me wrong, a lot of that stuff is probably pretty helpful, but to me, that shit is just overwhelming. It's confusing, and it's distracting me from what I'm really after. Just look at all these screenshots from some of the most popular ones out there. I don't know about you, but this shit gives me anxiety. Well, I'm not going to do that to you guys. and just fucking leave you just to figure it out for yourself. Because that's not why I created the My Fittest Hour platform. So rather than just giving you a shit ton of information, I'm going to give you more personalized attention, tailored to your specific needs. This is one of my favorite scenes from Wolf of Wall Street because it showed Jordan Belfort, he was there for his guys no matter what. And that's how exactly I'm going to be for you. Sound good? Okay, let me share with you what you're going to get inside My Fittest Hour. First, when you guys sign up, I'm going to give you your first Fittest Hour in the form of a personalized one-on-one phone call with me. Just don't count on me being dressed up like this when we talk, though. Guys, I actually want to connect with you. I want to hear about who you are as a person, what makes you tick, what you're struggling with, so then I can help you out with specifically whatever that is, and provide you with the tools to stop struggling and start thriving. I mean, do you guys want to sign up for something and be instantly overwhelmed and distracted? Or sign up for something and start seeing results right away? Now, this alone is valued at $375. Second, in order to make sure you're getting the proper amount of attention during your membership, I'm even going to limit the amount of people who can sign up for My Fittest Hour to only 100 men. Seriously, it will never go above 100 members. And by doing this will allow us to connect and work together in an intimate and safe environment. I honestly don't care about having thousands of members because the numbers don't mean shit to me if I'm not helping anyone. What I'm concerned with is that you are achieving results. So many of these gurus out here have lost focus on actually providing real value and helping people, instead putting way too much focus on money, as in let's get thousands of members and get rich. It's such a fucking broken model. But don't worry, because I'm putting that shit back together the right way. Now the value of this is actually priceless. You know why I say that? Because I'm taking money off my plate in order to give you more attention. I could be easily racking in hundreds of thousands of more dollars each year if I didn't restrict the amount of memberships. Some might call that foolish, but all I can say is I'm just keeping it 100. Literally. Alright, third, I'm going to teach you some cool shit each week that you can apply to your life and help you keep growing on your journey. Now, in order to stay on track, you need to keep moving. You need to keep learning. You need to keep expanding your mind and challenging yourself. And this will give you the opportunity to do exactly that. Now, I'm no Mr. Miyagi, but I will teach you how to karate kick the shit out of your life. So every week, we were doing a live training-based session on what you're currently struggling with. And all these recordings will be saved and archived for you to access anytime. Now, this is valued at $1,997. And guess what? I'm also going to do a live Q&A each week, thus giving you a chance to ask me questions about what I talked about in the training. And just whatever is on your mind that's, that you're struggling with, throughout your week. Trust me, the last thing I want to do is overwhelm anyone with what I'm teaching and this whole process in general. So it's going to give you the opportunity to stay connected and interact with me just to help you stay on track. And now this is valued at $1,997 too. Okay, guys. So I just want to recap all the amazing shit you're going to be getting when you sign up for My Fittest Hour today. First, you're going to be getting the personalized phone call with me, which is a value of $375. Next, you're going to be getting more attention from me because I'm limiting the total members to only 100, which is honestly fucking priceless. Also, you're going to be getting a live weekly training session valued at $1,997. And lastly, you're going to be getting the live weekly Q&A, also valued at $1,997. Now, this is a total value of cash $4,369. Not to mention, since item number 2 is priceless, and because I'm leaving money on my table, for you guys, to get more attention, it's actually valued at an amount that people probably none of us have just lying around. So I know most of you probably are thinking right now, oh, fuck no. But don't worry. I'm not going to charge you some ridiculous price like all the other gurus and marketers out there, because I respect you more than that, and honestly, because I wouldn't be helping anyone. So instead, I'm going to give it to you for only $97 a month. Yes. Oh, fuck yes. I said $97. Talk about a damn steal. Just think, you probably easily spend $97 each month on shit that doesn't better your life. Like your Starbucks coffee addiction, or your gym membership you don't even use, or just one night out drinking to forget how much stress you're dealing with from your job you hate. Shit, $97 a month is fucking pocket change. But it's pocket change that will change your life. Listen, guys, I'm definitely nothing special here. I personally don't even know how to run Facebook ads. I don't even know how to do SEO. And I definitely don't know how to build a proper website or webinar without using a template. So I'm definitely no technological genius. And I'm definitely not some multi-million-dollar playboy who objectifies women all day long. And I'm definitely not some bodybuilder who spends all his fucking time in the gym. Nor am I trying to be those type of people. I spent over 10 years of trial and error to discover this model that works super, super, super easy and actually benefits so many things in the process. And you can either continue what you're doing, what you're doing right now the hard way, trying to find your way out of the maze of life, spending countless hours losing on your mental and your physical health, your kids and your marriage, your job and your business, just trying to figure this out. Or you can just do what I did and it works. Just look at that maze. I just gave you the path. I'm just a normal guy just like you. And if I can do this, then you can most definitely do this. I just not sure with your excuses right now, but I promise you, you can do this. Now, you've probably been on the webinars like this in the past, right? And you get all fired up and excited about the possibilities. But what the hell happens the next day? Probably nothing for most of you guys, right? It's sad because I just showed you the exact system I've used to regain control of my life. That has given me more time, more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment, all in just 1 hour a day. And what's crazy is you're going to show up tomorrow and you're going to do nothing. And the reason why is because old habits are hard to break. You'll go back to your office the next day and you'll just be back to the same routine, continue wasting your time, counting the hours till you can leave the job you hate. But the only way you're going to be successful in this is if we break the habit right now. And the way you're going to do that is by investing into this live personalized group. And then I can help you right now by giving you all the tools that you need to get that something that you never had and more. This is one of my favorite quotes by Denzel Washington and couldn't be any more true. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Okay, so check this out. I really believe in what I created here, and I just want to make sure this is a no-brainer for you. Now, inside my Fittest Hour, it's this intimate setting where we connect personally and help you break through your barriers to start regaining control and thriving in your life. But if for some reason you decide you want to keep doing the opposite, I've even made this risk-free for you. So after our initial call, I'm going to give you 24 hours to cancel your membership. Because after that, you're either going to say, fuck yes, or I'm just not ready. Either way, you're going to still get 1 whole hour of one-on-one time with me. A value of $375. Now, that sounds pretty great. Yeah, I know. Okay, now I do have something else for you as well. If you do decide to stick with it and want to continue taking the steps to regaining control and thriving, then we're going to move forward together, but as a bigger team. I'm going to make sure you have even more support on your journey by adding you to my private community. So don't bring a shitty, no new friends mentality here, because most likely a lot of you guys probably have friends that are wasting your time with their drama and just holding you back from your greater potential. You can basically consider me your dad who's going to make sure you make some new friends by arranging a play date for you with some of your classmates. The thing is, if you don't follow the rules and play nicely, you'll be kicked the fuck out. Now, within a matter of your first 48 hours, you're going to have my support off the bat, as well as some new buddies to pick you up when you're having an off day. Just imagine how that's going to feel actually being connected and that you're not in this journey alone. What is that going to do for you to have all that support? This alone is valued at $997. Now, not only that, I'm going to give you an epic bonus right here that I think is probably the most valuable thing in the whole everything that I've offered. Well, since I don't think this is enough support and attention already to make sure you're staying on track, I'm going to take it a step further by offering you constant communication daily. Not weekly, daily check-ins. Yes, every fucking day. I honestly wish I had someone checking in with me on my journey each day, because there were many days I slipped up and it just seemed like I was going one step forward and then two steps backwards way too often. So for the first 30 days of your journey, I'm going to be personally making sure you don't slip up and you stay on track to succeed. You can consider me your eyes in the technological sky, just like holding you accountable each day for completing the task at hand. This is not your fittest hour once a week. It's your fittest hour every damn day. Now, I'm a nice guy, but don't waste my time or yours. This alone is valued at $2,500. And guess what? I finally have one more bonus for you. Since I want to share as much as possible with you on how I live my life, when you sign up, you're going to be able to get what has helped me get to this point and continue to thrive. Consider you getting an ongoing library of simple ass shit, because that's exactly the way I live my life each day. You're going to receive my favorite money saving hacks. So actually, by investing in this platform, I'm going to be able to put money back in your pocket. Pretty fucking awesome, right? Also, you'll get so many other little tips and secrets of how I manage to stay in control and thrive in my personal health and my relationships and my business. This alone is valued at $997. Okay, so I want to quickly recap all the value you're going to be receiving by signing up today. In case you forgot, you'll receive a 1-hour personalized phone call with me, more personalized attention because I'm limiting the amount of members to only 100, as well as a live weekly training session and a live Q&A weekly session. Plus, with all the additional bonuses, you will be able to get even more fucking value, like the access to my private community, the value of $997, the daily check-ins for your first 30 days in order to help you stay on track, $2,500 value, and the library of simple-ass daily life hacks, like the money-saving tips, which is going to save you money by signing up. And this is a value of $997. Now, totaled up, this is $8,863 in actual cash value. But again, since I'm restricting the amount of members, this is really priceless. But you guys aren't going to get it for that price. You're going to get it for only $97 a month. Yes, 97 fucking dollars. Just think about it. You're probably easily spending $97 on shit that isn't improving your life. Like eating out at unhealthy fast food restaurants all the time, or your newfound craft beer obsession, or your porn addiction. Okay, so look, this is the way it is. People in life can have one of two things. You can have time, or you can have excuses. That's it, okay? So right now, you have two options. One, you can sign up, get involved, begin transforming your life, have more time, deeper relationships, improve your health. Or two, you can come up with an excuse why you can't afford it, why you can't do it right now, why you don't have the time. The thing is, you can't have both. You can't have time or excuses. You need to decide right now which is the one you want. I don't know about you, but I would rather have time. So I think that's why you need to go invest right now. Just think, by choosing time over excuses, you're not only going to have more of it, but you're going to also regain control of your life, giving you more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment in your relationships, in your business. So think about this. You are actually wasting the time that you could be using towards changing by continuing to make excuses. And the thing is, it isn't just affecting you. It's affecting everyone around you in your life. So I just want to show you a quick example of someone who made the right choice. Meet Joshua. So he's a father of 3. He runs a few different businesses. He has more than a full schedule. And if he wasn't working long hours, he was taking the kids to school, camp, wherever, as well as just trying to maintain a healthy relationship with his wife. Now, between all of those things, that didn't leave him a second throughout the day to focus on himself. Now, yes, he put providing and being there for his family ahead of himself, which is great. But there was a huge imbalance in his life, and it was slowly running him down. His health was suffering. He was tired all the time. And it ended up affecting the relationships he had with his family and his productivity at work. The thing is, Joshua didn't have nor give an excuse. He was in desperate need of help, and he knew it. So when he discovered My Fittest Hour, it was a no-brainer for him. He said, fuck yeah, because he knew what it would mean for his overall well-being. Now, I'm personally happy to say that Joshua is thriving better than ever before. His life is in balance. He has more time. He has more energy. His health is back on track because he's made time to go to the gym. And it's brought more success and fulfillment in his life, especially to his relationship he has with his kids and his wife. Pretty damn awesome, right? So you only have 2 choices at this point. You can make the decision to invest, get started, and over the next few weeks, you can have your life totally transformed, giving you more time, more energy, more confidence, more success, and more fulfillment. Or you can end this webinar now. Kind of sit around, maybe throw in some Netflix, go to bed. Tomorrow when you wake up, do the exact same thing you're doing right now. You've got choices, and you just have to decide which choice is more exciting in your life. Do you want to go back to exactly what's happening and keep getting the same results or lack of results you got yesterday? Well, I'm guessing not, because obviously it isn't working the way you want to, or you wouldn't be here with me on this webinar right now. You obviously want help with your health, your relationships, or your business because it causes you pain. Just imagine you broke your leg. Instead of fixing it, you left it. It will cause you pain for the rest of your life. So you have 2 choices. Let's fix this together and move forward, or continue the way things are. I don't know about you, but that second option never makes me happy. And that's why I want to help you right now. So click the link, book your initial call with me, and let's get started right now. All right, so I just want to show you another example of someone who had the same choices you have now. Instead of just choosing to sit around and continue making the same choices and getting the same results he had been for years, he instead decided to take action to change. Meet Glenn. So he has a successful, well-paying corporate job. He's going back to school part-time to get his master's. But between the long work weeks and constantly studying, there really wasn't any time for anything else in his life, which left him feeling lonely, unhappy, and unfulfilled. Not to mention, his physical health was suffering from it. And it seemed like no matter what he did to try to change, that he would either keep getting the same results or find himself a step behind that, which would dishearten him and just leave him feeling unmotivated. Well, Glenn, he knew he needed to mix things up or he would find himself in an even worse position. So when he discovered My Fittest Hour, he instantly jumped at the opportunity. Now, I'm happy to say after using the tools that I provided him, he not only has more time and feels in more control, but he feels a sense of belonging because of his personalized support and accountability he received. Also, he lost 35 pounds, and he feels more fulfilled with his job, and even does volunteer work in his free time. Pretty damn awesome, right? Listen, there are 2 types of people who show up to these webinars. First one is timid, the nervous guy who thinks it's really cool and they want to do it, but they just don't take action. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't like working with those people because they are never successful. They are never fully committed, and they're just always just putting their toes in the water because it's too cold to get in any further. Well, the people I like are the people like us, right? They get on this thing, they hear it, they understand it, and step up. They want to produce. They want to dive the fuck in the water. They come out here and they're ready to make things happen and they're ready to see results. So I'm going to ask you guys this. Are you the person, the one on the left, or are you the person on the right? The one who's super excited and willing to take action? Because if you're the first one, then you shouldn't be on this webinar right now. I don't want to make you feel any guiltier than you already do, but if you're ready to take some massive action in your life, and do some cool stuff, change your health, your relationships, and your business for the better, if you want to join us, then you're going to click the link below and sign up. All right, yes, that's me again in the middle there with my two brothers, and I just wanted to use myself as an example because for many years of my life, I was a guy who just stuck his toes in the water. I would see all these people swimming in the water of happiness and control that I wanted in my life. And it looks so freaking refreshing. But the thing is, I always seemed to let something prevent me from diving into it. I was either unsure or just scared. And the only thing I was actually good at committing to was doing nothing, which would just leave me further away from changing. And so I just stayed stuck dealing with the same problems until I realized that committing to changing myself was the best investment with my time. Now, finally, when I got the courage to dive the fuck in the water and commit, it wasn't nearly as bad as I built it up to be in my head. Honestly, it was the exact opposite. I instantly felt empowered and started shedding away the bullshit in my life that was holding me back. Each change I made, I felt in more control, which made me so much happier. I cut out the people in my life that were dragging me down. I even cut my long hair off that I had for 15 years. I moved to a new city, created some new amazing opportunities for myself. The thing is, I realized that change becomes so much easier when you actually commit to the first one. Honestly, I tell you this because I don't want you to continue making the same mistakes I did. I want you to reach your potential. I want you to feel the same power I feel now. So, just dive the fuck in and sign up. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to recap everything you're going to get when you sign up today. All right, you're going to receive the first Fittest Hour personalized phone call with me to help you get you started on your journey. Not only that, I'm going to give you more personalized attention because I'm limiting the amount of members to only 100. Also, you're going to receive the live weekly training session as well as a live weekly Q&A session every damn week so we can keep interacting, keep things moving together. Plus, remember, you're going to get all the bonuses like the access to my private community, which will help provide you with the support from other men who are just in the same shoes you are right now. If that wasn't enough, I'm taking it up a notch and offering you daily check-ins for your first 30 days. There will be no 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We're going to stay on track and keep moving forward together towards positive change. Lastly, you're going to also be getting my library of simple daily life hacks, like the money saving tips, which is going to be putting money back in your pocket. Now, if you're a numbers guy and you want to total it up, this is a value of $8,863. But once again, since I'm restricting the amount of members, this is really a motherfucking priceless platform. And I even added the definition, just in case you didn't know what priceless means. It means having a value beyond any price. Invaluable. So, again, like I said, I want to help you guys out, so I'm not going to waste your time and charge you some ridiculous amount. Instead, I'm going to give it to you for only $97 a month. Just think about it. You're probably easily spending $97 on shit that isn't helping you change your life. Like your online gaming obsession. Really, guys? You're still wasting your time and money playing fucking video games? Or spending $97 thinking you're a fucking sommelier and buying $100 bottles of wine? Or just flushing $97 down the toilet every month on healthy food that you buy, which just sits rotting away in your fridge because you're too damn lazy to actually make it. And then you end up wasting another $97 on ordering food in. So honestly, guys, don't give me some bullshit excuse how you can't spend $97 on something that's actually going to help you change your life, because you're already spending it on things that are doing the exact opposite. All right. Listen, guys, the webinar is now over. Thank you for being here. Click the registration link below and book your first Fittest hour with me. I promise you're not going to regret it. Invest in yourself.